gold.
Nonsense.
The golden god!
And he dragged you two into this nonsense?
Or whatever. Yeah, they see somebody
I volunteered.
Going against what they consider social decorum.
Yeah,
We're live. By the way.
yeah. That's what Karen is.
Karen is.
Karenism.
I don't know. Shout out to all the good Karens out there, though.
Yeah, we need some of y'all.
Yeah.
Under certain
There needs
contexts.
to be a new.
Karen.
There needs to be a new like top tier grade A white porn star with the first name Karen to rebrand the name.
Karen Cummings.
Well, there's a comedian who's like big on OnlyFans. Karen Feehan. You ever heard of her?
Karen Feehan. She's a comedian.
She's a comedian.
This has been another presentation of the world's greatest podcast. I am your host, John Andrew Miller, and this is my brother,
Charlie Reifenberger.
and this is another episode of Golden Nonsense.
Golden nonsense.
And today we are joined by our comedy esteemed cousin, brethren,
Highly esteemed.
familia, Mr. Adam Maldonado. Wrong one. There they are.
Hell yeah.
Welcome,
Adam Maldonado, king of the Eagles.
I thought a lawnmower was going to start
We should have a lawnmower sound.
for when I'm on.
We should have.
We're figuring it out.
That's
Yeah.
how people know I'm Hispanic.
You know what?
You have to be
I
extra racist.
Do you
to me.
think we should extend the soundboard? Should we get a new soundboard and add like bad sounds to it? Like I was thinking about like
Sure.
man falling off building. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
like preempt to like figure out who you're gonna have on. Like for me, like have on some racist like like music.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Oh, you talking about but you're not Mexican. You're
Though that's what makes
Venezuelan,
it more
right?
Oh,
Yeah, Venezuelan.
Oh, are you part of one of those gangs, Venezuelan gangs?
fun. Trinidad.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
how do you feel-
three waters.
How do you feel about all your?
Is it Tres
all
de
your
Agua
cousins
or
getting
Tren?
kicked out?
I think the way they've been treated has been horrible. I think nobody's been treated worse than my people.
You're the Venezuelan MLK.
Yeah.
Just half Venezuelan, just coming up here, just
Yeah.
my people, my people have been used and abused, sent out, cast out. You know, y'all are the. This is Exodus. You have to write a new song about Exodus.
You know, there was one guy in there who was just like, detailed the cars or like, somebody got swept up and all that shit.
Bro, there's definitely been. I would say it's probably like 50-50, like good people and bad people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know.
they're just
sweeping them up, street sweeping.
which is funny because that's normally what they're doing, sweeping.
Sweeping. Yeah.
Now there's not going to be any sweepers.
Nope, and no street sweepers, no house sweepers or house cleaners.
I want to hire a housekeeper,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I'm worried about people coming into my house with my sick mom.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna have to hire somebody. I've been recommended like 3 different Latina companies, and I called one, and this lady sounded so sexy on the phone. I was like, I can't hire this lady. I'm gonna think about fucking her the whole time.
No, that you should marry her because she'll want to marry you, and you give her citizenship. You have somebody to clean your house and take care of your mom. That's
And she still knows she's not.
That's
like,
how it's supposed to work.
You're equal because
I'm American.
Yes.
Yeah. She'll let you step out every once in a while.
Of course.
She'll hit you every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got to
Keep
deal with slippers being thrown, but other
Yeah.
than that,
Chancleta.
Yeah. She'll be 5'5".
You don't want that.
I don't want a 5'5" woman. I need tall sons.
Oh, well, you gotta give a little to get a little.
There's got to be tall Latinas out there that need me.
There's tall Latinas.
There's a few.
Yeah.
A few of us. Few of us half breeds. We gotta.
This is some Latinas.
I know a Brazilian chick that's like 6'1"
Where's she at?
in Brazil.
It's not helping me.
We
too
were in
much.
middle school together. We're still Facebook friends. I can.
Send her my way.
Set
I'm
it up.
trying to re-darken the gene pool. So I'm
You
trying
want a
to.
6'1"
So
Brazilian
we
girl?
we need some black Maldonados out there. Is what he
Yeah,
said.
that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
and so when these new black descendants of his, they look back and say, no, my granddad was white. I swear. The first.
It goes.
And then his father
It goes
was
black.
brown.
It goes black, light brown, white, dark.
Yeah.
What happened?
Just completely.
It looks like a Crayola box.
Are y'all ready for tomorrow, the Day of Liberation? April 2nd?
No.
Oh, from Daddy Israel.
Oh, is that what's happening?
We're a pro-Israel
dropped it.
podcast, by the way, just so you know.
We're pro-Israel.
We're actually...
this is a Judeo-Christian podcast.
John and I are Jewish, we found
You're
out.
center right.
Yeah.
We're both converting to Judaism.
And I'm Mossad, so
I'm going.
We thought Dave was Jewish, but then we found out he's not.
Because
but-
he has a big nose.
No, just...
Respectfully. I have one too. Mine's just fat.
His name is really David Schmiel Scholl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steen?
Schmiel.
Schmielstone Steenberg?
Schmiel Sheen.
yeah, I just call me Dave for short.
Right, we call him Dave. But yeah, he is Mossad, so we thought he was actually
right.
good Jew, but he's
not.
he's a combat Jew.
My step-grandmother was Jewish, so
Oh, that's cool. I probably know her.
I'm Jewish. Said I probably know her.
Is that the community is so tight, right?
It is a tight community. But I'm considering I'm not.
But you're in the community though. You had a bar mitzvah, right?
Dude, bro, I was raised Catholic for like the 1 millionth time. I was an altar boy, dude.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Catholic, Jewish.
Yeah, but
same
like,
thing.
like a
both lose the
cat,
tip
like
of
a
our
Jewish
penis.
altar
No.
boy, right?
This is how it goes. Growing up in at the Jewish Community Center and around a bunch of Jewish people, if you're not in a part of the tribe, dude, you're kind of ostracized if you're like hanging around. Like when I played on the Jewish baseball team, they put me in the outfield to shut me up.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no.
And I don't mean that in any like.
They
They
were-
have a caste system. you
Yeah,
see.
they cast you out. They knew you were strong. They did that same thing.
I think anybody at the JCC knows exactly what I'm talking about,
They
so I don't
did-
feel bad saying that.
Think about this. They actually did that to David in the Bible, bro. His own brothers cast him out because he wasn't Jewish enough.
Well, hey.
Yea, and unbeholdeth to
And
be.
he became the king of Israel. What about you, Dave?
I'm the executive producer of this podcast.
Look, dude. If they take out,
You told him about
if
the
they-
golden and the golden nonsense.
Oh yeah, he hopped on immediately. He's like, "There's money involved."
There's
He was
gonna
like,
be gold?
we said eventually. He was like, "I'm okay with equity." What he doesn't know is we're not giving him an equity. We're gonna pay him highly. We're just not gonna give him equity. Dave gets no shares, but he is the highest paid employee we have.
Yes, he is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
In terms of like money coming in and out, I'm probably the lowest paid.
No. You are the highest paid employee.
Zero.
You
You got to start somewhere.
Hey, you're tied with everybody else. But
right. You're tied with us too.
you're tied. So wait, what's the day of freedom?
Liberation Day.
What's Liberation Day?
Supposedly, the Donald Trump tariffs go into effect tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
do
was
they?
saying. Israel said they're going to drop their tariffs because of the reciprocal tariffs, so they don't want to have to pay.
Right.
Surprise. And,
Right. Wow, they're like, oh, all we got to do is get a free deal. Whoa.
all right.
But anyway, so supposedly it's gonna change the face of America. It's gonna lead it to a cascade of this is
Winning?
This is conjecture, but more
Yeah.
and more winning. Yes,
More and more winning.
Yeah,
America
And-
first.
I know. I mean, did you
We're gonna be
see?
sick of winning eventually here.
Did you see that? Did you see that Florida was gonna do away with their state income tax?
Dude,
that's
that rocks.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what happens if every state does that, or gets rid of their property taxes or whatever? Just hey guys, we're making so much money from these imported Nutellas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're just busting heads on
Well, that's
these.
how they used to
I
do
mean,
it,
that's how
man.
it should be. And then a VAT
That's how
tax.
they used to fund the whole federal government was through tariffs.
And then a VAT tax on value added tax on like goods from like Amazon. I mean, everything's bought through Amazon. So you
A
just-
value added tax. Oh, so like a convenience store tax, basically.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, convenience store. And it's like, oh,
And then you can take some of that and then do it into what is it that Yang wanted to do?
the UBI,
UBI.
Universal basic income.
dude. That's
Just tax the corporations more.
that shit.
Send it back to us.
That's just gonna cause. That's just gonna cause some sort of like Ayn Rand, the
Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged scenario.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some sort of like close to utopian capitalism society that just crumbles at the very top of it. It's gonna suck, but
I don't think UBI is a good idea. I don't think you need to do that.
No, people are so responsible with their money. Like, what's the worst that could happen? People are responsible with the money they earn. What are they going to
You
do
just
with
give
stuff
them
they didn't?
free
You just
money?
give them a ton of free money.
Yeah.
if-
what's the worst that could happen?
if you
Start a podcast.
So, but look, UBI is basically gonna become like food stamps for everybody. So every American
Yeah.
citizen gets $1,000 in
Mhm.
UBI, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like now the price of all like
Everything just goes up in price.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
basic commodities
yeah.
goes up like
Yeah.
to factor in this
And now we're all just poor. We're just as poor as we were in the first place.
right. But now with new numbers, now we have
Right.
to add a zero to
But
everything.
exactly. Yeah. That's the only way things work.
Yeah, I just
And especially people talk about it as being like an answer to AI, right? They're like, AI is coming in, it's going to steal everybody's jobs. So
It
we
is.
need to start paying people a minimum amount of money.
I'm AI. This podcast is AI. This
whole show
is
is
AI.
And
If
this is better than any podcast there is.
Yeah,
So like,
if you didn't know-
how could anybody compete?
we typed the prompt into give me half gay Venezuelan comedian, and they gave me Adam Maldonado.
He's half gay. He's full Venezuelan.
He's all comic. He's a fucking murder machine,
No, but
bro.
so the whole thing about AI, right? It's going to steal everybody's jobs. It's going to, right?
Right.
But what that means is that you can't fight it. Like the more we try to like, you know, put these structures in to like make sure somebody's still getting a living wage or still getting paid, or like unions, or like, you know, people can't use this technology, whatever, all that shit. It just makes it harder for the transition to occur that is going to have to occur. Everybody's going to have to fucking adopt AI, use it.
Do you think AI is going to lead to some sort of like different like second layer industrial revolution?
Well, they always use
Yeah,
they always
absolutely.
It's the AI revolution.
They always
Yeah.
use the excuse that it's for
We're
like
in it.
safety or something. And like
Right.
China has like the best facial recognition software like ever made, and it's like, well, yeah, they kind of have to. Otherwise, how are you going to tell them?
It's on fire.
How are they gonna? They had to get
It's like-
AI in on that one.
It's like
Police sketch
police
artists were
just-
killing themselves.
Just like, how does he look? He's 5'5", Chinese,
Straight hair.
black eyes were like a little, you know, Chinese.
That's what I was like. I was reading about Tiananmen Square in 1989. Now you guys just got banned in China, by the way. And, now you just
actually-
lost 1 billion possible viewers.
Actually, we got before you even say that, bro. We need to talk about our.
We got a bone to pick
we have a bone to pick. We have an
with our previous number
Number one
one
supporter.
besides America country.
Vikram.
no India.
India was our number two.
There's been a motherfucking a malicious Indian cyber attacker on
A
our
diabolical attack.
on our Golden Nonsense Spotify page. Yes,
Oh, you
seriously.
saw that? Y'all saw that?
What do you mean y'all saw that? Of course we saw it. Of course I saw it. Did you do that?
The comment?
The comment.
Wait. Hold on. No, I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
didn't see the post I
Isn't
put
he
up
the
today?
producer?
Yeah, he's the executive fucking producer, and he didn't see the fucking thing.
I'm too busy producing.
We are under attack.
Yeah, Golden
Our
Nonsense.
our,
is under attack.
our Spotify rating is currently it's back above 2,
But
but
it
it
was
was down to
1.5.
1.6
Yeah.
because I was getting these messages from this guy and I should have just ignored him completely. But I was just like, all right, well, what's your system? Like, what, you know, he's like, I'll get you 100 new subscribers.
You're doing it wrong.
In a
I'll
week.
get you to 100 new
I'll
subscribers.
get you 100 new 10 plus ratings every day. And I was just like, and I was just like, well, how? You know, is it bots? Is it fake people? Is it real
Right,
people?
right.
That's really all I was trying to ask him is if it's real. Is organic from social media? I was like, how? You know, just like I was just asking him how, and he never explained how. And I was like, all right, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah.
So then I go to this conference, you know, out in Vegas, and I'm out there and I'm not really paying attention to my, you know, messages and just so I get back on and he's just been going wild in the fucking messages,
In the DMs,
just being like, you see now. And he's like sending me screenshots of our page as the numbers are falling on the fucking on the podcast.
He's literally
Got a
terrorized
bot
us, bro.
farm. Yeah.
We're legitimately being cyber attacked.
We're being cyber attacked.
And look
Revoke his H-1B1 visa.
and we
please.
don't
It's like, now will you work with me? Now you see how you need to work with me.
You see the power?
and I would like to say this. I know that it's not a bot farm, right? Because he probably just has 70 other
Cousins, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just
Poor
texted all of his cousins.
poor Indians.
Vikram, please destroy this American podcast with a Negro on it, please. Vikram number 2, please destroy this podcast. Vikram number 3.
Well, this all could be totally totally misdirected. This could be an Arab
Clip
fella. He could be Arab.
Could be. What was the name? What was the name on the account?
Let me pull it up. Let me
Yeah,
find,
because
let me find the
you know,
the messages.
You know, because we have to bust him out because he's probably attacking other podcasts. Podcasters are under attack
I reported him on every platform.
from India. We're under attack
Are
from
you
India.
sure that he was from India?
It's Akash Islam. That's
his name
that's
is
Arab.
Islam. I think he's Muslim.
I think that's Arab.
I think that's something.
No.
You gotta. If
His
it's
name
like
is Akash. That's Indian.
yeah, but his
Yeah.
last name is Islam.
Or maybe that's just like what he's about.
That's to throw you off. That's to throw you off. He's like
The three dumbest people in the room talking about trade policy.
They would never guess where I'm from if I used the last name Islam.
We don't even we don't know the difference between a Muslim and an Indian person. And we're like actually this is what the world needs to do.
Yeah.
Well,
economically.
there are Muslim Indians.
No, wait
right?
a minute. Are there Islam?
Yeah, there
Islam
are.
in India?
There's Islamic people in
is
every
not-
country, but
dude, Islam is not in India, bro.
I didn't think
Not
so.
really.
I think
It's in our hearts,
didn't
bro.
Didn't they like?
This is a pro-Islam podcast, okay?
The
gonna
number
be-
one,
we're
the
gonna be
number one
Islamic
podcast
next.
in all of Islam,
Right, the
which
prophet-
is a country.
The Prophet Muhammad was a great prophet.
we're Jewish right now, but we're gonna be we're
He is
probably
the
gonna be
last.
Islamic.
He is the last prophet. He is the true one prophet that God sent to give us the word of God.
Didn't India like either lose Pakistan or
India,
didn't they?
they should
I
have.
thought they were
should
both
lose
controlled
more.
by Britain, but
And
I'm
then-
not sure.
and
I
then
don't know.
there's
I
like
know
some
they
beef.
fucking
There's
hate
beef
each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's beef between them
Yeah.
at least.
It's like
there's-
it's like right up here.
Or
Where
maybe they don't. But
It's like right up here where it's really bad. Like right on this border right here.
It's funny they have beef because neither one of them eat it. That's crazy.
Adam Maldonado was
That's crazy.
hilarious.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh! You talk about jokes on the podcast. I need to be funnier.
So they got this thing that they do right on the border between India and Pakistan. It's like they get all dressed up
and sticks. And the stick fights, right?
No, it wasn't sticks. It was, but they're not actually fighting. So they're both all the Indian troops are on the Indian side of the border, and all the Pakistani troops are on the Pakistani side of the border. But they're all dressed up in like their full like
Military
Civil
dress?
War ass British looking fucking
fuck
military
Yeah.
shit. And they're basically, swear to God, they're doing a dance off. They're like marching, they're like marching, but they're marching like in unison, straight up to each other, like face to face, like fuck you. I swear to God, it's the craziest shit. You got to look it up. It's on YouTube and shit.
I thought you were gonna say they meet up at the borderline and then beat each other up gang style with
No,
sticks.
dude, it's
No,
all
that'd be cool, too.
it's all fucking like flexing and like taunting each
Oh,
other.
it's like when you see those videos of dogs at a fence.
That's exactly what
and
it
then
is.
when the fence moves, they stop barking. When
Yeah.
the fence comes back,
That's exactly what it is.
Do you know why they hate each other?
because they're different kind of brown, bro.
I really honestly don't know. I think
The mustaches in Pakistan are better than the mustaches in India, and the men are feel emasculated by that because Indian women love Pakistani men because their mustaches are more full.
I think it's, and then we'll see. They even have a place called Islamabad.
Islamabad. That's the capital.
Map jokes, you guys.
That's the
Who is
capital of
Who is this
Pakistan.
guy?
That's the Muslim timeout country.
That's where they
It's
found.
like don't.
And then this one, we're not
don't
even
send
going
you
to try to
Pakistan.
say. I'm not even going to try to say that one.
Abuja in Nigeria.
Yeah. Oh, the country itself.
Oh, you mean above it? You mean
I always start to see that. I see that word and I'm like, could I maybe get away with that
Niger? Niger. You can say Niger.
one? Oh, okay, that's how it's
Keely
pronounced.
Allison won't say it. Don't ask her to say it.
Oh,
but
she'll say it. She'll say it with the hard R.
Niger.
Yeah.
What
She
am I,
goes,
Nigel?
Niger.
Sorry guys, I only say Niger.
What's up, my Nigels?
So, I saw. I'm on fucking racist
We do
Twitter.
this for an hour with the whole map. Can we do the whole map?
I saw this on
I'm so
racist.
glad the map's a hit.
Hey, the fucking map is a hit, guys. I mean, I don't want to do any more map jokes.
Hey, that map has been in the last 4 houses I've lived in on my wall.
It's a good
So
map.
you are sleeping here.
It's a good map.
Next question.
So this is no longer correct. That's going to be America land from
Yeah.
now on.
Yeah.
And then in
Red, white,
parentheses
and blue
underneath
land.
it, instead of saying Denmark, it's going to say America. Obviously.
It's a District of America, DCA, baby.
Yeah.
DCA.
Yeah. Suck up my dick.
I mean, it's kind of bullshit that they're like still a colony of Denmark. Like,
What's Denmark even doing?
I don't even know.
Skiing.
It-
Doing something that is probably not American enough for them to keep it. If they send their 10 best Denmarkians, what are they called? Danes?
Danish, yeah.
Yeah,
Danes.
Send the 10 best Danes versus the 10 best Americans. I bet we win.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
I heard something interesting the other day. I think it was there's a tiny, completely unlivable little rock of an island that's out somewhere in the ocean between Canada and Denmark, and they dispute it.
Really?
And how they dispute it is every once in a while, some of their guys will come over and they'll remove the Canadian flag and leave a bottle of Danish like liquor, and then the Canadians will do the same thing every once in a while. It's kind of like
funsies.
yeah, funsies. And
Capture-
then-
is fun.
So it's actual capture the flag.
Yeah.
They're like they get some binoculars like, oh, the bastards got
Those
it,
fuckers.
and then they go row a boat over there.
that's what they've got to worry about.
Yeah, okay. You see, hey, look, we got to fight Russia and China, and they're worried about capture the flag. Come on, dude, that's ours.
That's
Come on, dude.
that's what they're worried about.
We gotta do some Iwo Jima shit, and then just like send like 300,000 18-year-old Americans to just claim it. You know, just
We just show up on that rock one day, and be like,
yeah,
nah,
that's our rock, bro.
it's us.
Nice fucking game you've been playing.
You just send Kid Rock there, the new Secretary of the Interior.
He's
You'll see
wearing
the interview with him.
Yeah, he was wearing a full. Supposedly, he just helped all of our lives being entertainers. They changed the ticket scalping law,
Yeah.
or the executive order to change them. Basically, stopping businesses from, you know what they do. Like, what is it? Ticketmaster will buy their own tickets and resell them on their own site for a higher markup.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like now it's illegal
The worst, dude.
by order of Donald Trump.
And Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. So now that means you can go see Beyonce for an affordable price now because of Donald Trump. Remember that.
And
You know?
was it
Nice.
Bill or Bob?
Bob.
Bob is his actual name, Kid Rock.
I mean, his name is Robert.
Bob Rock.
His name is
Bob Rock, yeah. Well, Donald said he called him Bob. He was like, I've known him by the name Bob for a while now.
I'm going to my Bob.
Yeah. My favorite was they're talking, they're like, and so, Putin, do we think that Putin's going to come to the table? He's like, I think it's going to be a great deal. We got to stop Ukraine and Russia's soldiers from dying, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, and what's your favorite song to perform live? And he's like, Ball with the Bar.
He just goes from being.
I saw him like 2 years ago in Nashville. It was great.
What was he main attraction or was he part of a lineup?
No, it's just Kid Rock at Bridgestone Arena. It was massive.
He was massive.
Yeah,
I didn't know he
there
was that big of a
fire. There were
star.
strippers,
I was going to say, I bet there are hot bitches
and
everywhere.
it was also the weirdest cross section of
women.
humanity that was going to the show. Because it was like Kid Rock fans, and then it was just like a bunch of boomers who were like, I like Kid Rock for his ideas, and it really was.
Well, Kid Rock was like popular in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
right?
so it's a lot of people like our age or like a little bit older than us who look like they're into rap rock music,
Right.
like
Or
a
just
fucking like a Deftones audience or some
Yeah.
shit. And then just like dads in polo shirts just being like, I like this Kid Rock guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I think going to see a Kid Rock show is akin to like going to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Like of an experience. You know?
so awesome.
Dude, I
So
was losing my
awesome.
shit. Yeah.
Fucking
He did that
sweet.
song where he's like, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. You know
Yeah.
that new one?
No, I don't know the new one, but
It's
sure.
new.
It
It's
sounds
new.
awesome.
It's fucking great.
It's okay.
There was just American flags and like middle fingers, like
It's just like an eagle with middle
it's just
fingers
middle
for
fingers.
wings.
I was like, that's my politics. I actually agree with Kid Rock on this. American
Yeah.
flag on a bald eagle with a middle finger. That's
If
what I like.
I'm gonna say this: if we can some kind of way get Donald Trump to endorse Kid Rock as a political candidate,
That's like an
somewhere.
actual
I mean,
Why not Tennessee? He should-
Kid Rock
I mean,
and Papa Roach running for
he's in
election
Nashville.
in
He lives in
2020.
Nashville.
Hey, look! I guarantee you, right now, I'll say this right now, boldface. If Bob Kid Rock,
governor.
no, fuck governor, he could take Marsha Blackburn's Senate seat right now. He could. Well, she's so hated. Like I know nice white, well-to-do white women that hate her. I know black women that hate her. I know white dudes that hate her. I know black men that hate her. Marsha Blackburn is the least liked politician I've ever heard of in America
Why does everybody hate her?
because she's fucking wrong all the time and she
Yeah.
flip-flops on things. She's like,
And she's ugly.
yeah, she's
that doesn't
dude,
help.
she's like woman.
That's not good.
She's like woman Gavin Newsom, basically,
Yeah.
right? And if Kid Rock was a real American, he'll take her job.
If she was hot, people would listen to her.
Kid Rock, Bob, hey
She'd
Bob,
be a lot
Bob,
easier.
Mr. Bob.
If she had bigger breasts, she'd be a better politician. But she's not a real woman.
Yeah, she'd get stuff done.
Yeah.
She had some double
See,
Ds.
that's why Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi stuck around for so long.
So yeah, them
Nice titties.
them goddamn chest missiles she got. She's over here.
We gotta turn both keys.
She's destabilizing foreign nations by showing up, just being like, just wearing a crop top. Like,
Yeah.
are those 36 triple D grandma titties? Boom, nation destabilized. Myanmar's in civil war. Hamas has got 20,000 new missiles. They're aiming them at right now. Oh, we don't know. Oh my God,
It's throwing off the magnetic field.
Bro.
It's causing earthquakes.
Nancy Pelosi.
the only D's I'm voting for.
Hey, I wonder.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hey, man. Ain't
An eagle screech.
nothing wrong with voting D.
That's what we need on the new sampler.
Yeah.
Is an eagle screeching.
Eagle screeching. All right, we're gonna have to upgrade all of our shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. I was talking to my cousin, and I think Dave on my list of studio enhancements. This is on my list to do for this year is to buy a iMac.
Yeah.
You know, just for the desktop.
Sure.
You know, and it could just sit here, so you don't have to keep on bringing your laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Great with that.
Yeah, and so you'll have like a house studio.
Yeah. I was planning on having a computer in here at some point for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
First one to it wins.
By
I'm
the
gonna
end of the year, we're all just going to be on our own.
MacBook.
We're just gonna all
you
be
guys-
working on computers. We'll have one for you.
for
to
the guests
come
too.
back.
Yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah,
gonna be
for
in the
the guest
same
bar.
room and we're gonna be zooming. It's
Just donate all the old equipment to me, and then we can simultaneously do fire ass ganja and golden nonsense at the same time.
Oh, is that?
Ooh,
Oh,
love
dude,
that.
the Fire Ass Ganja podcast.
Yeah.
Have you had the first episode yet? Are you still
Yes.
waiting on us?
This is. I'm gonna just steal all the clips from this, and then I'm just gonna label it fire ass ganja
podcast.
episode 1.
Guess you can use AI now to just edit all of us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap cut.
just put your shoes up so the audience can see it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like look,
Fire.
Adam Maldonado has
Weed shoes.
weed Jordans, guys. He got from
And they're not fake, and they weren't bought from a Korean man
he was I was gonna say a Chinese man, but a Korean man makes more sense.
in China, a Korean man in Chinatown.
They are CGI though. So
Yeah, this is all AI. Remember this. This whole podcast is AI.
We are all individually AI characters.
live broadcast in Tel Aviv, live from Golden Nonsense Studios in Tel Aviv.
Israel's number one pro-Israel podcast.
You know, like if anything, we support three things on this podcast:
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
that's right.
Netanyahu,
That's right.
right, and comedy,
And Drizzy Drake, who's going to be the
Yeah,
next,
yeah,
the successor to the Netanyahu throne.
I think Drake has the actual chance to be a world leader because he's how popular he is. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like the Ronald Reagan effect.
That's what he's primed for right now.
But dude, if he can either get like Prime Minister of Canada if we don't make a mistake, or
Well, he's already fucked kids, so
I know
he's in.
he's already halfway there.
And it's already been public, so
It's already
even
he's
like,
already halfway there.
What do they have over him?
well,
They
that makes him less likely to get the job.
they say it's best to get to air all your baggage.
your grievances before you start running. Yeah,
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't want
like
you to.
everyone knew Trump was racist before he ran for president.
Right.
They couldn't use it against him.
Same.
You know?
Same with
Same with you?
Aubrey. Same with Aubrey.
Oh, say with Drizzy.
Oh yeah, and same for me with racism.
Racism,
thing.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's like we gotta
That's why-
outbreed the black Maldonados and make only white Maldonados, like my pappy intended.
Well, that's why I make all these racist jokes and statements all the time. One day I'm going to run for candidacy.
Yeah,
For what candidacy?
It's smart.
Marsha Blackburn's seat.
Yeah, Marsha Blackburn's co-pilot to Kid Rock.
I was thinking about, you know how they have these I'm so American, bro. I was thinking about doing
How
some
American are you? Sorry.
I'm thinking about doing some conquest, bro. I want to go to the British Virgin Islands and claim them as the American Virgin Islands.
I'm down with that.
You down for that?
Yes.
Dude, let's just go American. If we're gonna take Denmark, we might as well take. Dude, look, the Virgin Islands are over
Where
here.
are they?
They're over here somewhere. Okay.
Hey, they won't be Virgin Islands when we're done with
when we're
them.
done with them, they're gonna be the islands, bro.
Just the
Dude,
islands.
honestly, like if I'm thinking about it, why don't we just take Jamaica too?
Well, Jamaica, they're proud people, and
Jamaica it ours. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be
they're proud people,
I'm gonna
and
be
I don't
the-
think they'll go for it.
I'm gonna be the iguana king of Saint Lucia.
St. Lucia.
I mean, we could really, U.S. could really take all of this.
I would
mean,
actually,
like,
I would
Bahamas,
actually, I would
fucking
actually
everything.
like
we
to
go
take.
vacation there.
I would actually like to take Haiti from France and install new blacks there. If we could just send all the black people from Florida and go to Haiti. Not
Stop
all of
eating
them.
cats. We're gonna teach you how to cook chicken wings.
Right.
I mean,
Like, could you imagine
You're gonna love it. It's great.
what we really should do. This is what we really
Yeah,
should
well,
do.
they're
turkey
eating
neck.
the dogs?
We should quit fucking around. We should just be like, look, we're gonna stop trying to control the whole world, but you see 0 degrees.
Everything on our side is
Everything
ours.
outside is just it's us. Okay, Y'all
America
can fuck
here.
off.
Right.
All of this and just make them all states. They're all states. Every country gets to keep being a country, but it's
Yep.
just it's part of the United States of
America.
the Western Hemisphere.
Africa.
This is
China,
I think that's the plot to
Russia.
like. I think one of the Star Wars is.
I mean, I think it would be better. I mean,
the global
as
empire.
it is right now, our influence is basically
It's global.
greater than that. Yeah,
If this
that
po-
would be
if
a
this podcast-
pulling back.
If
of,
this Mad podcast does well enough, it will hit every single internet in the world. But
Yeah.
none of their shit hits our shit because it's not important. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well,
Yeah.
it won't hit this one because of that one little statement I made earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
about Tiananmen Square?
Yeah, Tiananmen
With-
Square in
with that in
1989
mind-
and Winnie the Pooh.
The rape of Nanking, you mean?
With that in mind, we should be a little more strategic what we say, so not to ruin any future alliances for the podcast sake.
My bad. He just looked right at me.
We only
Yeah,
need we
yeah.
only need one alliance, and that's
America, baby.
Israel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My bad.
What's the difference? Anyways.
Oof, right. Oof.
Yeesh.
So
Donnie-
we're gonna call
Donnie got a
So
yarmulke.
you see everything on this side of 0 degrees longitude, that's the United States of the Western Hemisphere. Everything on this side is now Israel. Okay.
Could you imagine
that sounds fair.
everything?
Could you imagine a highway from goddamn North Dakota all the way down Mexico, all the way down Colombia, all the way down to goddamn Antarctica?
That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's a lot.
Highway
of state
69.
troopers.
That's a lot of highway, baby.
That's a lot of highway
It's a
patrol.
lot of. There's a lot of jobs.
A lot of jobs.
A lot of jobs.
Highway 42069.
The Golden Nonsense Highway, sponsored by.
Route
Created-
42069.
created by Musk Infrastructure Projects.
Right.
Must be
Highway
69.
Who is John Galt? I'm sorry, that was a line from Atlas Shrugged.
Oh. I was like, wait, I know that. I know that from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's deep in the recesses of your memory.
I've never
Yeah,
read
when I
that
used
book.
to read.
I've never read it.
Went to high school with a guy who. Oh, John, so you did too.
Yeah,
Because we went to the same high school.
We went to the same
do you
the
re-
whole time together.
Do you remember Daniel Shankman?
Yes, I went to
Dude.
college with Shankman, bro. The smartest, strongest Jew of all time.
He read Atlas Shrugged in high school, and that man started eating raw potatoes, and he was just doing pull ups all day. He was jacked. He
Did-
was constantly flexing in class, and
bro, bro.
for definition.
He was legitimately. He would do like
I don't think that's
Two-
in Atlas Shrugged.
2 finger push-ups. He would do 2 finger push-ups
That's
just
sick.
to flex, bro. He'd be like, you know what, guys, you're not doing enough push-ups or different kinds of push-ups, and then flex on you with math. He was a mathematician at UT, right?
Wow.
And so I don't know if I tell this story.
Dude, we gotta get this guy on the podcast. He sounds awesome.
He's super awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He's probably like actually. I want him to be the president of Israel. Fuck Jersey Drake, okay? Benjamin Shankman is the best Jew I've ever
Benjamin
met.
Shankman.
I think you should have
And,
to be able to
and
do
Mr.
two finger
Shankman,
push-ups.
I don't know if you're ready for this responsibility, but Israel is going to be this entire hemisphere. This is all now officially Israel. We're done calling it anything else. This is the
But I don't-
United
I don't-
States of Israel.
As a black person, I don't like how Africa just became Israel, so I'm gonna fight
the whole
against-
thing.
I'm gonna
No,
fight
the whole
against that.
thing.
No, Africa needs to stay Africa.
John, this is a pro Israel. This isn't a pro Africa podcast. This is a pro
I mean, they're
Israel
already
podcast.
mining cobalt to give to a South African that lives here to then pay Israel. So you might as well just kind of cut out the middleman. The middleman being Elon Musk.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Man, I knew I shouldn't have started reading about world history.
right.
It somehow made me more racist.
It's like, what you're telling me?
So, Mr. Shankman, just so you know,
Yeah, dude. I do. Look, this man. You know, he climbed the flagpole, like the 50-foot flag. You remember that day? He climbed the flagpole
Oh,
outside. Yeah, he climbed the flagpole outside.
this dude is the coolest guy of all time.
Just to say he hit the top, right?
Yeah.
Came down, and then that same year he wore no shirt, the American flag around his neck for Halloween, and he was just like muscle bound. Like he looked
Yeah.
better than all the other athletes that were here. He just, yeah, dude, just push ups and math. I'm like, this nigga,
you know how they say.
this nigga is cold as hell, bro.
You know how they say, like, when you're growing up, we have canon events in our lives. Those
Yeah.
are like, this man was a canon event.
Yes, like every year he did something crazy. Like we had like senior assembly. He scaled the side wall of the senior gym and then busted out one of those flap windows.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Get down, shake me." He's like, "You can't stop me," and he just escaped.
what did he climb up? Like, what was on the wall that he could
just-
grab onto?
I don't know. It was like bleachers that were flat, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And so
okay.
he made it up a certain percentage of the wall with that.
yeah.
And then he went up further to the top window, opened it, scaled the outside, and escaped the senior
Oh
assembly.
man.
I
That's
I
awesome.
scaled something with him in the 7th grade, the middle school building, and we got in trouble for that.
I bet you did.
He was like, "You want to climb it?" Yeah.
He was trying
Why
not to
not?
do it. He knew his grip strength wouldn't fail.
Yeah.
We had a guy like that growing
That's
up.
because he had a Jewish faith in the Lord, which
Yeah.
that's why me and John are going to be successful, is because we are now converting
Yeah.
to Judaism.
Yeah, dude. I've been reading this book called The Talmud. Have you seen that before?
Yeah,
Talmud?
the Talmud.
Talmud. That shit cold, man.
Yeah.
You seen the Talmud?
Is that like the?
It's the oral.
It's
it's the oral tradition of the Torah, the Talmud.
it's Lao Tzu's Tao
Yeah, it's
mix, but it's in Memphis,
It's
so
Musashi.
it's the Tao mud.
Talmud. You heard that?
Yeah,
Are you shitting me?
yeah.
Or-
Are you shitting me, Clark? Oh,
well,
man.
what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh,
we became too pro-Israel.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get
we
back to
just,
the nonsense.
Look,
That's-
the audience
it
gets it.
happens
We're
in this
we're
country.
devout. We're
Right.
devout Jews.
No, I was just gonna say we had a guy like you're talking about growing up who's like a canon event, like when I was in my Pokemon champion days.
Oh yeah, I
Sure.
remember.
At all the tournaments.
Yeah.
And-
Pokemon card game.
Yeah, Pokemon card game.
Yeah, you got to be specific on that.
At one of the national tournaments, this guy would do something every time. One time there was a whole inside joke about using a banana to jack off with, and this guy like tried it apparently, and he got jizz on the light switch was one of the problems.
Hold on,
And-
wait. This is a full banana or
Well, you
like
eat,
an empty
you
banana?
eat the banana for potassium, and
so
then,
the
and
peel.
and then you use the peel, and it's got like a natural lubricant. That was
Jesus
the whole.
fucking Christ.
This was a message board days. Anyways, the next year, the guy
Interesting.
he got really drunk, and then he like passed out into a bush.
Uh-huh.
And then the next year, he ended up paying $250 for a hand job in an Escalade outside the convention center. So he was just like,
Nice.
Just live as a wild boy.
Yeah, he was a wild boy.
That's a wild boy. He's
Yeah.
just like prostitution.
This is all before like 2021, you know.
This-
So
This is
maybe
an
he was
epic
21.
dude. This
Yeah.
is what was this guy's name?
Oh, I don't know. We can't say that.
you can't say after you revealed that.
I can say what country he was from. He was from one that's about to get drone striked over here.
Oh.
He was from here.
He was
He's from future Israel.
For a future Israel. That's right.
right. Greater
He
Israel,
was from future Israel over here in Iran.
formerly
was great.
known as Iran, formerly known as Persia,
Yeah,
formerly known.
formerly known as the People's Republic.
Yeah,
of
known as
Persia.
the middle Israel.
We called him the Prince of Persia.
the Middle East of Israel.
Wasn't all of that also the land of the Ottoman Empire?
Yeah,
Before
something
that
like
was the Ottoman
Yeah.
Empire.
He always did refer to himself as being Persian, which I thought was
Well,
funny.
whoever this gentleman is, congratulations. You are now the future president of the United States of the Western Hemisphere because you are a wild boy and you need a job. And so, I think it's going to be Mr. Shankman over here and then whatever your fucking name is.
The Prince of Persia.
The
Yeah,
Prince of Persia is going to be over here. And
Sands
then
of Time.
they'll keep each other in check. It'll be balanced to the
Before
universe.
it was woke.
When did it become woke? You talking about the last video game?
Prince of Persia?
The Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. The
Yeah,
turn
that
back-
was one of the original ones, right?
Yeah, where did it go woke?
I
thought
guess
that-
Prince of Persia never went woke. Assassin's Creed went
yeah.
Assassin's Creed went woke.
Yeah,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed.
That's a
similar game engine, I think, or
Yeah.
same.
Maybe even same company. Maybe
Same company.
Ubisoft.
It was
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
first.
now my
Assassin's
dick be
Creed for
soft.
sure.
No, you be soft, motherfucker.
Yeah. Now that stock be soft.
Yeah, I be hard, you be soft.
Assassin's Creed isn't soft.
Hell yeah.
Assassin's Creed is hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed is a little soft.
Used to be.
No,
now
dude.
now you're making out with
Dudes.
Now you're making out with dudes and petting cats.
You're not
That's-
even
those
you're
are-
not killing people no more. You just stroking dudes and then you.
You can set up a village now. You can build your own village.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what is this? Animal Crossing? Assassin's Creed Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you literally you can it's like that's
This
the
is all
mechanic.
blasphemy. I refuse to believe that
That's
this
kinda
is
fucked up.
Assassin's Creed.
I also think it's a little racist that the first Assassin's Creed, or you can play as a black guy, they call it Shadows. It's like, okay, guys, sorry,
There was no
this
other.
is the dumbest joke ever.
That was really bad.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
That was really
I
bad.
felt all the air get sucked out of the room when I said that.
Well, I mean, you know what it was. It was just low hanging fruit, Maldonado.
Yeah.
Also, bro, you're also permanently plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you are so in the culture because of your profession, your day job or whatever. Like you're in the culture. You know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What culture?
the culture.
You mean culture, bro? You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know
Overall-
the culture.
Overall culture.
Weed.
I'm not talking about black culture. I'm not talking
Oh.
about like America culture. I'm talking
Like
about
video
I'm
games.
talking about the culture.
Yeah.
You know,
like
pothead culture.
yeah, the
Yeah.
mix, the
which has
weird-
been American culture for the
The
past.
amalgam.
yeah the zeitgeist that one could
Mhm.
decipher as the American digestible culture.
I was thinking about how much pothead culture has been culture for like a while, like 30
Mhm.
years or something.
Well, it's definitely a subset of culture, right? Like American pothead culture is so distinct. Like I mean, we have movies, superheroes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's
But even just think about like the cartoons we watched when we were little kids.
yeah, but what
Those-
about them?
Those were drawn by cartoonists who were potheads, and they had pothead
On
humor.
LSD. Yeah.
And we all were raised on cartoons that were pothead.
But what is pothead
influenced. humor?
Like I don't even understand that. Like
Just Ed, Ed and Eddie.
SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy, Ed, and Eddie.
SpongeBob. I mean, all
I mean,
that
Ed,
shit.
Ed and Eddie are all like stoners.
They're poor.
But they're like caricatures of
I mean,
stoners.
I thought they're
SpongeBob SquarePants is a
caricatures.
SpongeBob SquarePants is a pothead show. That's for
And then
kids
maybe,
and high people.
yeah, and maybe Ed was kind of like a very
He was
stereotypical depiction of someone who was with mental deficiencies. I guess, but
Bro, they were poor kids.
yeah,
Deplorables.
Yeah.
yeah,
They were poor
I just
kids.
think it's pothead humor.
As someone who actively consumes weed all the time,
Yeah.
and as a comedian, a humorist, one might say,
Yeah.
right? I don't think it's pothead culture because I mean maybe I'm being too on the nose about it.
you're thinking like Cheech and Chong and Pineapple
Yeah.
Express,
Yeah,
whereas you're
yeah.
saying in the overall.
You're saying okay.
I think a lot of the art. I think a lot of the art is like heavily influenced by all kinds of different psychedelic drugs too. Like it's just that's I think that's part. I think that became American culture for a long
You saying
time.
the sober mind can't come up with a squid that plays the clarinet that hates his neighbor that he works with, and his other
You're
neighbor.
saying I gotta be stoned?
And his other
to have
neighbor
a
is
crab adopt a whale.
right. He tried to fuck his mom, a whale. The crab. His enemy is a plankton, a microscopic.
Yeah. And then the starfish is just
I don't want to say
just
the
a complete
word.
moron.
Yeah, he's dumb as hell.
him and his best friend are the dumbest people on earth, and they live at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, and a pineapple under the sea.
Yeah.
Oh,
and none of it makes sense.
And the smartest friend is from Texas, and she's a squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Was anybody smoking pot when that was written?
I don't think so. I think that's totally clean. You see how we just all bounced it off? We all remember the characters.
I don't know.
That's not stoner. That's
I
not
always
stoner.
thought it was LSD for sure on that show.
Well, I think all of art has been heavily influenced by psychedelics. In that, I would include marijuana in that.
I think
but
it's just a long series of what ifs with your boys when you have like your when you have your shield down. You're like, yo, what if a fucking sponge was a man, bro? And
but I just think even just like
he be wearing SquarePants, bro.
I just think even like the timing of it, like
I guess
just,
that is whole hot shit.
just the stupid shit, and then it doesn't end, and it just keeps going. Like you
Yeah.
know, like I think that's even just like that's funny for it's funny for kids and for people who are high. Like it's like, you know, it's kind of both. But I just I think that the drugs are responsible for all the art, and I don't think that makes it bad. It's like a lot of the music I like is for people that are on ecstasy specifically.
Like
you know,
electronic music and shit.
yeah, electronic music,
Mhm.
and also acid. There's a lot of acid taken at any kind of electronic music show, but I still enjoy it now. But I also did the drugs, you know, before,
yeah.
you know, so like I get it, you know.
Yeah,
Whereas
permafried.
and one of the things I was thinking about, Ted Nugent
The
Nuge.
famously is
guitar player,
a square. He's a straight edge,
Cat scratch
right?
fever.
But his music is pretty good,
Right.
And it's rock music. And he was
Right.
like, you know, I never needed drugs to write music. And then you listen to that music, and you're just like, yeah, but you're just stealing from people who were definitely on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. You're influenced.
You're influenced by
is-
Jimi Hendrix. You're trying
Yeah.
to be Jimi Hendrix.
And also
And-
cat
and he took
scratch
drugs.
fever.
You know, that makes a good point. That's a good point because, you know, where do you touch that? Remember we had this conversation like years ago about the thing, like that mystical place where talent lies and you have to connect with it to
Mhm.
the muse or whatever God.
Sure.
The Akashic Records.
There you go, the Akashic Records through art, right? And I think that if you have like drugs make it easier, right? But there
Yeah.
is that chant that Ted Nugent is such a square that he was working so hard that he entered like almost like a Buddha style in enlightenment trance, and he came up with something similar to that shit. I mean maybe, I don't know.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, you know, the Buddhists didn't have LSD in their art. Their art had
Just breathing.
some sort of similarities to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just enough repetition will just kind of make you crazy enough to like
See some shit,
disassociate.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's just disassociating from reality.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Well,
Like
For
me
sure.
right now.
Right. I am autism.
Salvador Dali, but like, yeah, that's
Just face melting, just melt my face. Brr.
Yeah, I'm editing you guys into like melting blobs in post for this episode.
yeah. I mean, think about that though.
The
like
name of the
people who-
episode, the name of the episode's got to be
1989 Tiananmen Square.
the United States of Israel. No, that's too provocative.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm trying.
They won't know what the joke is.
I think 1989 Tiananmen Square. No joke. Go ahead.
You said it 4 times already. Stop it.
If you go to the look,
We've already made enemies with a land with 1 billion people, India. Okay, and now you want us to be enemies with the Chinese. We love the Chinese.
look. I'm just saying. Hear me out. Okay, Joe Rogan's the top podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys go to the very bottom,
Yeah.
he said.
See, he's a producer. He
said
knows.
the alpha,
There's
the omega.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
You see the vision. I mean, you're never gonna beat. Like you're never gonna go up. So if you just go to the bottom,
But no,
you can
it's-
be the power bottom.
Check it. No.
It's the
Like,
first gay
I've
joke
already,
of the
I've already
podcast.
got the ebook. The vision is division.
There you go.
You know
See,
what I'm saying?
You talking about
Dude,
you talking about
do you want to produce
segregation?
a podcast? It's called Fire Ass Ganja.
You talking about segregation? Is that what you're talking about?
Segregation. You saying that we need a
No.
Is that what you're talking about? You're talking
separate
about
water fountains?
We
not
need to
what I'm
separate the races.
The vision is
but
better
equal, separate but equal.
Separate but equal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
separate water
Yeah,
fountains.
equal keyword.
I mean, that sounds good.
You
to be
said
honest.
he said
If you-
he said
I
no.
see how they, I see how they got that through, honestly, because it sounds good. You're like separate but equal. Like that, you had to have gotten signatures like that. Like, no, look, separate but equal.
But just as good.
You guys are,
I do that downstairs at the on the show. And people are like, "Get him out of here!" And there's just like all the
this is
women
a
with the
good bit.
nose piercing. They're
Yeah.
like, "We hate him."
This is
Like,
actually
you
a
don't know
really
about
good bit. I should try this later.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Separate
yeah,
but
one of
equal.
y'all gotta try. I can't do it.
That's the name of the episode. Separate but equal. There we go.
Oh my
There you go.
god.
Adam Maldonado, you are a machine of creativity, sir.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Haven't even taken
It's
any
because
drugs yet.
it's because he's on drugs.
It's a race to the
I'm
bottom,
actually
boys.
sober right now.
No,
That's
dude.
good.
For a full
Hey, look,
good,
one
man.
day,
A race to the bottom is funny.
when we're
What race?
invited to Joe Rogan's podcast, I want you to know that we're gonna be the greatest guests on the greatest podcast.
The
Yes.
three of us? Can I be
No.
on that?
No, you
just,
can't.
No, just the two of y'all?
But we will give you a shout out.
No, you be in the green room. You be hanging out with everybody else.
With Jamie.
With Jamie, yeah. You be doing like kung fu with Jamie.
Simul podcast.
You're gonna be so
He'll
good at
producing the golden nonsense on the Joe Rogan podcast.
You're gonna be
Awesome.
sitting next to Jamie. You're gonna be like, "Hey, dude, why don't you do it like this?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh my god,
It's like, why aren't you talking
are you?
more?
Are
Like,
you?
should-
You must be the producer of
Jamie,
the
you-
greatest podcast in the world."
Yeah, Jamie, why? You suck, bro. Why don't you pull that up? Did you hear him? He said, "Pull it up." You're too slow. I'm faster than you, Jamie.
I work on a podcast where the rule is never pull anything up.
Right?
Yeah.
That's they call it the golden rule, and I'm still faster than you. What is wrong with you, dude?
Jamie, you suck, bro. You gotta clip that. Make it a Joe Rogan. Make this clip. Make it a Joe Rogan. No, I don't want any beef with Joe Rogan. But
He
Jamie,
eats elk.
Jamie, our producer's better than yours.
yeah,
That's right,
David Scholl is better than Jamie Vernon.
and
I'll
he's not
say it
even
here.
Jewish. He's not even Jewish, Jamie.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your excuse, dude?
You're a loser.
Yeah.
He's a punk bitch.
Well, I guess that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, separate but equal.
Yeah.
Colon, a race to the bottom.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think it's
All
over.
right, we gotta wrap this shit up.
I gotta go, guys. Gotta do the
Thank
show.
you to our wonderful guest, Mr. Adam Maldonado, for joining us.
If you see this
sir,
episode, the week of the second week of April, the Good Vibes Comedy Festival is happening the third week of April in Memphis, Tennessee, April 18th through the 20th. It's the greatest comedy festival the city's ever seen, that the South will ever
there
know.
might not be any tickets left.
Might not
but
be any tickets
I'm
left.
not
You
on
know,
it. I was
as of
snubbed.
right
I'll
now,
be in
there
Little
are.
Rock.
Yeah. He didn't submit.
I was
so
snubbed 2 years in a row. It's
he
okay.
didn't submit. But I'll see y'all later. It's on you.
Wait, check out the Don't Tell comedy shows in Little Rock, Arkansas. Check us out, don'ttell.com.
There you go.
Secret shows.
Don't Tell Little
and
Rock.
check out the Fire Ass Ganja podcast.
Fire
on
Ass Ganja
Patreon.
podcast.
When's that coming out?
First episode will be launched on 420.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
That's the
Obviously.
same day as the festival.
Beautiful.
FAG. Be an FAG with me. All right.
Yep.
And that's been our show. Thank you for joining us.
And as
Vaya
always,
con Dios.
yes, vaya con Dios. Always go with God.
And the Jewish God, specifically.
He's like, well, I tell people I have a podcast. You can't find it. He said, yeah, we got it.